Do twice. There we go. Perfect. Yay. It's working. It's all working. Don't you love it when it works? All right, let's see if we can find it on the channel here, huh? We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes for the pre-show. How is everybody doing tonight? It's been a strange day indeed. Oh, there you go. Get out of there. Let's see this. There we go. Nice. Hey, Jill, how's it going? I finally got it up on my little monitor. That's my monitor. Oh my gosh. Hi, Amber. How are you? She's in the control room. What can I say? There you go. And let's do that. Let's share it. Share it to a group? Yeah. That's not what I want to do. So there you go. So welcome to the pre-show. We got a little under 4 minutes left in the pre-show as I'm fiddling around with all my stuff here, trying to push it out to different places here. There we go. Let's post and share with friends. Oh, there we go. Why not share with friends, huh? Friends are the best thing in the world. I like friends. There we go. Let's push that out. There we go. And what the hey? Let's share it out to my private group. Perfect. Well, I am on my Dave Stelma business page, so if you are not finding me there, or if you are finding me someplace else, I should say, feel free to join over on my Dave Stelma page, or join my Dave Stelma page. Let's see if this all works. Looks like the mic is working. Looks like everything is doing good. Nice. We got about 3 minutes left. Throw me a comment in there. Let me know what's going on in your life. See if that all works. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. Here we go. I'm guessing the mic, yeah, looks like everything else is working. Perfect. Nice. Well, welcome aboard. Hi, Dad. Dad's watching. How's it going? We just got Dad's new faucet put in. That was trials and tribulations of the faucet, right? Of the drain and the faucet. Yeah, there you go. Don't stay up too late though, Dad. Come on, we got things to do tomorrow, right? You have Rawhide, you have Bonanza, you have the Rifleman. What other things? I don't know. Well, we got just under 2 minutes left in the pre-show. I always do the pre-show because I gotta make sure everything's working, right? But hey, to get everybody fired up and on the board, I put a baby picture. Look at that. Don't know who that baby is, but it's a cute little baby, so why not? Everybody tunes in and goes, "Aww." Say it with me. "Aww." I spent the whole day sitting in this chair. I was doing webinars for 8 hours today. One of the little gigs that I do, teaching CE to those wonderful insurance professionals, as we say in the biz. But yes, there you go. So I'm going to take one little more drink here. Salud. And we'll see how it all goes. This might be a shorter show. I don't know. It's like, talking for 8 hours today and now talking for another. I can do it for another half hour. Why not? Tonight, our theme for tonight is, do you have what it takes to be successful? And I'm going to run down a few scenarios on that. I think probably most people do, but they just don't think that they do, or they get a little apprehensive about that. So we got about 30 seconds left in the pre-show. Welcome on board. I appreciate you coming along for the ride, even as long as you want to stay. Stay and play with the show. Yeah. All right, well, we're going to get party started and 15 seconds to go. Although you can see that. How's it? Oh, Kyle, I was wondering when you'd show up. There you go. Thanks for coming along on the ride. And welcome everybody to tonight's show. I am Dave Stelma. If you did not know that, then how did you find me? Welcome on board tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about, do you have what it takes to be successful? I don't know. Do you? Let me know in the comments, but we're going to hit that and a few little factoids about that right after the intro. Do you have, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the applause. Do you have what it takes to be successful? Deep down inside, because entrepreneurship is not for everyone. And I will tell you that I don't think that everyone should partake in it. Because you might have some really great ideas and some really great initial motivation to go with that, but then you may not have exactly what it takes to keep that gumption going, keep your energy up, keep the enthusiasm up, because that takes a lot. Because in the beginning, you're gonna have to go through a lot of trials and tribulations. You're gonna have to try a bunch of different things and see what works. You're gonna have to go, nowadays it's a lot easier. If you wanna jumpstart a business, well, I'll get into that next. But what I wanna hit on next is how it's all about mindset. And that's why I have that picture, there we go. That picture up there. Hi, Bob, how are you doing? Hi, Robert. There you go. It's all about mindset. And that's why I put the about running on there, because when I started running, which was back in 2011, seems so long ago, but it really isn't that long ago. But when I started running, it's kind of the same concept. I got all enthused. I just got 6 months, or just actually a few weeks, probably 6 weeks or so or less, after I had my heart valve replaced. Got a nice metal heart valve that will outlive my body. And I got enthused, and so I was like, you know, I always wanted to run a 5K. I'm gonna hit the bricks, and I'm gonna run a 5K. And the first day I went out there, I put my running shoes on, and I threw on some shorts that I had, and I went out there, and I think I got probably, well, to me, it felt like it was a mile. Anybody that first time runner, they know what I'm talking about. To me, I thought it was a mile or so. It was probably maybe 50 feet. And I just went full force, and I got to that point, I went, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All of a sudden, it just like, whew. Then I had to slow down, and I walked for a while, and so I ran, and I walked, and I walked, and I walked, and I ran a little bit, and I walked, and I ran. I think I did a little bit more walking than running that first time. But it felt like I went a long ways, and then I slowly kind of got easier and easier and easier. And basically what I was doing is I was training my body to heal. That had nothing to do with running, because you can run a marathon, you can run a 5K, you can run whatever you want, and very easily. But you have to, hold on a second, Bo has to leave. Bo, our little dog, had to leave. He got a little bored with me talking here. He was like, oh gosh, he's talking. He was here all afternoon. So what you're teaching yourself is how to heal, your body how to heal. So you're going out there, and that's why they have you running shorter distances and slowly building up your resistance to it, because what you're doing is, as soon as you get back, then that night, your body's starting to heal. Your muscles have to break down and then rebuild. And that's what you're actually teaching your body to do. And it really doesn't have a lot to do with really the running part. It does a little bit, but it's mostly about the healing part and the psychological part to it. Because as you're running out there, and I've hit this too, you're out there and you're chugging along, and then pretty soon you're kind of like thinking about what you want to do for lunch, or where you want to go after this, or what are the things you got to do for the day. And then once you get beyond that, now you're just kind of in automatic pilot mode, and you're just chugging along and you're just doing it. Right? But you have to get through that mindset. You got to get through that thinking part where it's like you just shut that down. And then you get to that magical part of your run or your walk. If you do power walking, it's the same thing. You know what I'm talking about. Once you get in there and you get into that zone, they call it the zone. Well, what it really is, it's called walking meditation or running meditation. It's the same thing of when you meditate. So you get into that zone and ideas start flowing, things start, coming to you. You just, because you stop thinking and you just are taking action and moving forward. So when I was practicing for running the 5K, I started out and like I said, I went in there and I hit it hard, and then I was like, oh. And then even farther, so then I got to a point where I could run this whole circle in the subdivision that I lived in. And I was running the outer circle, and I was thinking, wow, that's got to be like 3 miles. So, and I didn't, at that point in time, I didn't have there wasn't any apps, I don't think, that were out there. Maybe there were, but I wasn't using them. Or I didn't have a phone advanced enough to use them. I don't know. But and I didn't have a watch at that point, and a Garmin watch. And then you go running and you're doing this. And so I go out with the car and I drive that circuit that I've been running, and I'm like, that's only 2 miles. And I was thinking, whoa, I am so good at this, because I was running, it was taking me like a half hour to run that. And I was thinking, wow, I'm doing really good, because I'm like running 3 miles. That's like 10-minute miles. That's just awesome. I'm just feeling so proud of myself. Then I realized it's only 2 miles. So I'm running 2 miles in a half hour, which isn't bad. Don't beat yourself up on that, right, Dave? Don't beat myself up. But hey, Evan, how you doing? But the point to that is, you're building up your healing. And it's the same thing when you're starting a business. It's not so much of that you're taking a chance on doing, and you're experimenting in the beginning of a business. You're experimenting on what you can do, where you should go. Should I do more advertising on Facebook? If it's a actual store, now we got to figure out more things. But a lot of people are just doing things online, right? You can go on Facebook and have a store and sell a product. And thank you for the PM. I will look at that after the show. And what you want to do is the same thing. So you're building up your healing powers, if that makes sense. So you don't get the anxiety. If you have a bad day, you don't get the anxiety of it, because you have the healing. Now you've gone through the aspect, and you're teaching your body how to heal. When I'm running, that's basically teaching my body how to heal. Now, fast forward, that was 2011. Fast forward now to 2018, and now this year I got back to running more semi-consistently, getting out there in the morning, because it's sunny out early still. The weather has been great now lately, so it's like I'm trying to get out there before I have to do things and that. So getting out and running early, and just running 2-3 miles at a time. And same thing. But the difference is, back then, I was so concerned about the aches and the pains, and, ooh, am I hurting my body? Am I doing something wrong? Now I just go and run, and I don't have these aches and pains anymore, because I taught my body how to heal. And so it's not that I'm overly fatigued. It's not that there's just not the aches and pains anymore. And Same thing goes for your business. Ba-da-da. Teaching yourself how to heal is a crucial part in your business. You don't take things so seriously. It's the same thing as running a business, as running a marathon as it is running a business. It's more about how you heal. So if you have a bad day, hi, Joan, the whole fam is showing up today. When you have a business or you're starting out a business, that's the first thing you got to get over. You got to get into the point where you are still enthused, you're still motivated, you're still, even if things aren't quite going right, or maybe they didn't buy as much as you thought, or maybe if you're trying to start a coaching business or something, maybe you're just not hitting those marks. You're getting volunteers for coaching, but you're not getting any paid clients. Well, it's okay. You just got to get beyond that, and you got to push beyond that, and your enthusiasm and your drive has got to be there. Now, there's a couple of ways of starting a business. I'm going to go right into that because I already talked about how you got to heal yourself, right? So there's a couple of ways to start a business. And the fastest way today is you gotta make yourself shine. You got to make yourself your own billboard, as I tell people. So what that means is that everywhere a person looks and turns, they have to see you. They have to hear you. Now, you can either do that through paid advertising, like Coca-Cola does, or Pepsi does, or we'll name any of those other insurance companies do. They spend a lot of money on advertising. We don't need a, hey, Todd. But you don't really need to do that. To start a business today, you just have to be seen. And what is the greatest format for being seen? Video. That's really it. So if you start putting out videos, doing live videos, telling about your product, telling about how you do great service, how you do wonderful things for your clients, and start talking about how you solve their problems, that's a great way. And it can be as simple as if you have a product to sell, like Ember sells leggings and that on there, go on her Facebook page and her shopping page and check out her clothes. She purchases wonderful clothes and she sells them on Facebook. It's that simple. But the key to Ember's success is, one, her personality. She's awesome. And secondly, is that she gives great service. So if someone messages her, it's not easy for me to say, messages her and says, hey, I'm looking for this outfit for this weekend or something, or a different, she already knows, she keeps a log of as far as what sizes and things of that sort of her constant and current clients. And she can go through and start picking out an outfit, and then she'll put it together, take a picture of it, send it to them, message it back to them, and they'll be like, oh, that's awesome, or oh no, do you have a different color top, or she gives great service that way. And yes, it has to do with that she has wonderful clothes and she buys wonderful clothes. She's always researching where she can get all this great clothing from. But the main component to her success is doing that customer service. It's being that, taking that extra mile, because how many times do you go, I mean, if you're going to log into eBay, you see a picture, is it the right size? Okay, I'll take a chance. It might get there. When it comes to you, you might go, oh, you know, I like it, I don't like it. And then you send it back, or you keep it, or whatever you want to do with it. Or you get into an argument with the person that's selling it, and it's like, hey, this isn't the right size. Well, that's the size you ordered. Yeah. Well, that's not Ember. Ember's going to make sure that everything is up to par and up to snuff, and that you love and it makes you feel great. Same thing. What you have to do to get your business jump started and do it, you have to do something special and different for your clients in that. But you have to get yourself out there. So you message, and you have constant messaging. Yes, we have someone that does that all the time, every day, and you can either hate them or you can hate them, but it doesn't matter. What's happening is what you have to do to start a business. So you constantly message. You constantly put your message out there. So the best way is to be out there every day. If you want to jumpstart your business like that, you have to just be out there every day. If you go 5 days a week, you're missing 2 days of a chance of hitting a new client or getting a new customer. So get out there every day, 7 days a week, and it doesn't take much to do that. If you have a set time, if you go on if you're busy for the rest of the day, but you can go from 7 to 7:15 every morning, and go on 7 to 7:15 every morning and just say, hey, I'm checking in. Want to tell you about the new something that I just got in. So whatever that is. And if you're going to be a coach, as some people are doing these days, what you want to do is you want to just get on there and just start telling about a different story. Give a story of how you brought success to someone, how you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be your story. You can tell a story that's in a story about someone else that found success doing what you're doing. You're just giving an example, and stories are the best way to do that. So do that. Get on to Facebook, wherever you want to be. So Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever your client, your customer base is going to be, that's where you have to be. And that's where you want to meet them. You want to go and just meet them. It's just like when, and I use this today in a webinar, how this came up, I don't know. But I use this today as an example. When I was a young kid, a young lad, and I was looking for my lassie, I was going into the taverns, the bars, the whatever, that's where you hung out. So you went there, probably not the best place to meet the lassie, right? But that's where you went. And so the same thing. So when you're going into these places to meet them. Now, is that the best place to meet them? Probably not. It probably was not. In the big picture, it was not the place to be. But that's where I was looking. So I was looking for the right thing in the wrong place. So same thing on Facebook or LinkedIn or any of those. Find the groups and then form your own group. You can do it on a business page like this, but form your own group. I have my Dave Stelma business page. I don't get as much traction in there than I do on Creating Successful Coaches, which is a closed group for coaches, because that's what we're doing. We're creating successful coaches. So if we do that, if we go inside there, you're going to see a lot more traction within there, because that's where my tribe is, right? That's where the people are that are doing what I'm trying to help them do. Trying to help them succeed. So find those places where they're at. And in some cases, you're going to say, well, they're everywhere. I can help everyone. Todd's is going to be about nutrition, right? Helping them with their nutrition and health and all that. Well, you can help everyone, but is everyone seeking out to be healthy? So I would say I wouldn't go where there's things, people that don't want to or are talking about maybe watching TV or something of that sort. You'd want to go where people are probably trying to be healthy. So running groups, bicycling groups, workout groups, all those things. Seek those out, be part of those groups, and then take them over, say, hey, I have this other group, and then over there, then get on there from, whatever, for 15, 20 minutes a day, be on Facebook in that group or on Instagram or wherever it is. And then just tell them stories. Tell them about the great products. Tell them about a story about how it helped an individual lose weight, or how it, if you're talking about health products. Otherwise, if you're selling a physical product, show it. Get out there and just do it and show that product and be a part of it. We live in a great day and age where it's actually very easy to start a business online without having to pay for a website and pick out what fonts you want to use on the website and all this good stuff and what pictures do you want to use. You don't need to do that anymore. Now you can just go on one of these social media sites and pick the one that is easiest for you, that you've been working with for a while, And then just get out there and do it. And then all you have to do is work through and teach yourself how to heal your business, your mentality, your perseverance. So that's the only thing, is that when you're having a down day, you don't sit there and you beat yourself up, because what you think about is going to come about. So you don't sit there and beat yourself up. You go, hey, thanks for giving me a little bump in the road, because I have to have a few lows to reach those highs. You know, if I'm way up here, that's my low. Now I got to go way above that, right? So yeah, so teach yourself how to heal, how to persevere, how to think positive beyond those not so good days, not so good sales and days and that. But that brings me to the final segment of the night, which is, you didn't know this, but success is looking for you. Yes, success is looking for you, but you have to define what that success. Hey, Todd, how are you? So the success is looking for you, and you have to just define what you truly want to be, do, and have. That's really the key to that, because if you're walking around and just saying, hey, I wish I was successful, I wish I was successful. Well, you can be a success at whatever you're doing, and maybe you already are a success. You might be a successful father, you might be a successful parent, a successful, you know, but maybe what you're yearning for is to be a successful business person or be more successful. So what you have to do is you have to be, you have to be truly know what you want to be, have, and do. That's really the key to that. So you have to write those out. Those are going to be goals, right? Your goals. What do you want to be, have, and do? And what does success look to you? Success to a homeless person is just getting a warm meal. So if you just say, I want to be successful, maybe that's how the world, the higher power, whatever you want to call it, is going to interpret that as, well, I'll give you a warm meal. Does that make sense? Yeah, so you have to, what you have to do is you have to really define what those goals are. What does success look like to you? Is it earning $20,000 a year? Is it earning $50,000 a year? Is it $100,000 a year? Is it $500,000, $600,000, $1 million a year? I don't know. Success is different on all levels for all different people. So you have to define that, and define that with a goal. So now, that's what you might want to have. Or it could be that you don't fixate on the dollar amount as much per year as the things, the tangible things that are out there. Because money has become an intangible thing. There you go. Don joined back in. Thank you. Dad is here. Dad is in the house. So you have to define what you truly want to be, have, and do. And what are those things? And that's really the three that you have to, what do you want to have in your life? Do you want to have a bigger house? Do you want to have a smaller house? Do you want to have a better car? Do you want to have no car, where you just ride the bus every day? Do you want to live in an urban area where you can just ride the bus and you don't have to deal with the hassle of maintaining a car and the insurance and all that good stuff? Or do you want to have a beautiful truck, a big, beautiful truck that you can, four-wheel, dually, that you can, hook up your camper trailer to, and you can just take off to the mountains or go fishing or whatever it is. You have to define what that is, because if you wander around life without knowing where you want to go, that's just like saying, next week we're going on vacation. Everybody gets in the car, they all pack some clothes, and then they go, where are we going? I don't know. Where do you want to go? And then you banter back and forth for about an hour until everybody says, forget it, and they all get out of the car and they go and do something else. So if you're going to plan a vacation, obviously you're going to plan a destination. Same thing with your life. Where are you going? Sounds like a song. Should I break into a song right there? So where are you going? Plan those goals. What do you want to be, do, and have? Be, do, and have. Write those down and then put a line after it and then write in that goal. What do you want to be, do, and have? And that's really the key to starting the whole cycle, because success is looking for you. Success is right there. It's looking for you. It's like, hey, I'm here for you. Just tell me where you need me to take you. And then you just got to do it. Now, the best thing out of that is don't just tell everybody your goals, because there's going to be some naysayers along the way. I've had naysayers in my life along the way that told me I couldn't do something, or I shouldn't do something, or maybe that's not right for me, or something like that. And some of those things along the way really kind of actually were pretty cool advice. I didn't think so at the time, but they're pretty cool advice in the hindsight. But the other aspect to that is don't get hung up. If things don't flow a certain way, don't worry about that. Go with the flow of it, because maybe that's really not the true path at this moment in time. It might be the path down the way, but it may be not the path right at the moment in time. It could be that something that you have to experience right now to get you to a higher level later. That makes sense? So don't get hung up on that. Learn how to heal quickly on that, because you don't want to get hung up on the anger and, oh, that didn't happen. I missed that. I didn't get that sale, or something didn't quite go right. And, you know, I really wanted that so bad, but I didn't get it. You know, I didn't get the brand new car. I had to get a used car, or whatever it is. Don't get hung up on that, because that's just where you're going to fixate. And what you fixate on is going to come to fruition, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to leave you right at that. So do this tonight, the next week. Just be, do, and have. Just be, do, and have. So think of those and write down what you truly want to be, what you truly want to do, and what you truly want to have. If it's not what you're doing right now, then change the do. I want to do blank. Fill in that blank. And what's going to really bring a smile to your face, what's really going to bring enjoyment to your life, because that's going to bring enjoyment to everyone that's around you. All right. So you have your assignment for this week. Go out there, make it a great one, have a heck of a lot of fun, and yeah, try to get out into the wonderful weather while we have it. And I'll see you somewhere on the running trail. All right. Have a great night, and see you next week.
If you like this video, like my Facebook page or subscribe to my YouTube channel, or find everything at davestelma.com.